It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And up next is the Texans' rookie corner. He's been an active player on their defense with 34 tackles this year. It's the Texans and the Lions, and it's all up next.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can. Around in this game, and of course rally his team to a win.
Tua to throw right away. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Well, the numbers for Pierce last week: 14 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kirby Joseph. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Lions defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he... and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Going after right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 14. Tua to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebacker
in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Go.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 25-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries.
Value free.
They'll try the air now with Goff. His throw incomplete. The Lions at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go. Let's go, Brown.
Back to throw here. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught by Dell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Tua going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 29-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you can move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
St. Brown in motion right.
Super 66.
Back to throw. Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Goff now looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Looking to pass. Tua. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Tua. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be force anything. So it's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's gone. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hand off now to Gibbs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Texans to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now Tua. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that part there. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Five. Turbo.
Throwing again is gone. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go, 76.
Throwing on third. Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Houston's offense taking over again, and now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They're right here. Ready.
2 now on first down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Tua's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen. As they rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out now come the Lions. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Play action. It's gone. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that'll make it 3rd down. On the give, here's Gibbs. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw on 2nd down is gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. That is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Goff now to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Oh, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Now Goff. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Going for it with Pierce. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 5. 36 seconds remaining. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on 1st down. Goff. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.